Zombie, 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 eh.
That's good, man. What is it? Pig's blood. That was a setup. I can tell all you guys looking at me. You're like, oh, you're.
I watched the John Gruden quarterback camp with Will Howard, and I think I'm a believer.
Ohio State is the biggest team in Ohio. They're bigger than the Browns. They're bigger than the Bengals. All right, how we doing? Oh, you guys got a little loud there. I like it. Well, I'm Cam Heyward.
And I'm Hayden Walsh.
And welcome to another episode of Not Just Football, Ireland edition.
I cannot believe this many people showed up. We got a very special guest tonight. Michael McQuaid, the founder of Pro Football Ireland, will be joining the show.
Yes. And I got to give a big shout out to Jared Mahans for letting us come out here in Dublin. Live episode. This is pretty special.
I cannot believe we are here. This is wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You guys want to talk some Steelers first? Yeah! All right, so we just had the draft. What do you think about that?
I thought the draft was amazing, and I can't lie. You're going to be proud of me on this. I watched the John Gruden quarterback camp with Will Howard, and I think I'm a believer.
Wow.
I think I am an Ohio State guy believer. I really like the pick, actually. I think it's going to be pretty good. What'd you think? They got two Buckeyes, a lot of Big Ten guys. I mean, they obviously went back to the Big Ten. What'd you think of the draft?
Well, first I like Mahan. I was about to say Mahan.
Nice.
First I like Harmon, the D tackle. Very good from Oregon. Big Ten guy. Also picked up another Big Ten guy in Y.A. Black. He's going to be really good. Big guy, too. I think he's like 330, 340.
Both guys are big. I mean, both guys are really big. I mean, you guys got some size there in the trenches now.
And then you circle around it, and you add Will Howard, Ohio State quarterback, wins the national championship. Jack Sawyer also wins a national championship as well. You know, you add those guys, and I think it just builds to the history the Steelers have, builds to the history and the lore of Ohio State Buckeyes going on to be Pittsburgh Steelers. We've had a lot of success there, and it only pays us dividends in the long run.
What do you think about the Jack Sawyer pick? Obviously, it's Ohio State guy. How's he going to fit with that defense?
Well, I think we were always looking for, a third or fourth outside linebacker along with Nick Herbig. So, when you're able to have interchangeability between T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, and then bring on a Nick Herbig and a Jack Sawyer, that's a hell of a rotation. It only creates for more havoc on the field, keeps T.J. fresh, keeps Alex fresh. And we know when we get T.J. Watt fresh in the fourth quarter, that kills a lot of teams. So, I'm looking forward to having that.
It pains me to ask this question, but what is it about Ohio State that the Steelers love going back to? They obviously had success with you. They went back this time too. Santonio Holmes, even before you, was another guy from Ohio State. I believe Dick LeBeau has a tie to Ohio State as well.
Yeah.
What is it about Columbus that makes the Steelers so interested?
Well, I'm about to talk some junk here. I think Ohio State is the biggest team in Ohio. They're bigger than the Browns. They're bigger than the Bengals.
Okay.
And so, when you go to Ohio State, you're treated like an NFL team.
But what is it? Is it the scheme defensively that fits? Because I feel like you guys play a similar style of defense at Ohio State that they do in Pittsburgh.
Similar scheme. I think on defense especially, it's a hybrid defense. You play 3-4, you play 4-3. So it allows a player to excel at the next level because he's prepared for that.
Okay. What do you think about the D-line guys, real quick? Give me something on Harmon and Black. I mean, like you said, two big guys, but what'd you see in their game?
Harmon, it's really easy for him to get off the ball. Great explosion, plays fast. And then I think with Y.A. Black, I liked his motor. Bigger guy, but is able to just play outside his body, is able to make a lot of tackles. And I think he provides a lot of versatility. He can play a 4 technique or a nose tackle. So really benefits us in the long, big ways.
I'm not going to lie, that name trips me up sometimes.
I want to say Yaya.
That's what I want to say, too. I'm sorry. That's what I want to say. So.
All right, we're going to have some fun with the crowd now. We have a segment called This or That. We want to see what you guys think about, your big things in Ireland, what you guys think is better. And feel free to yell if we think wrong. So, first one, Guinness or Jameson?
Guinness! I'm not going to lie. The Guinness is really good here. It's better than it is in America, and I have not had much Jameson here, but I've had more Guinness here than I have had in my entire life.
Yeah, Guinness is probably going to take it right now. Can't say we've drank too much, but we've had some fun.
And there may be a Jameson tour coming up, so I might change on that. but as of right now, it's Guinness for me.
All right, next one. Guinness or Bud Light?
Guinness.
That was easy. That was easy.
That's just a dumb question. Guinness is amazing here, okay?
All right, Jameson or Jack Daniels? Jameson. Wow, not even a fight here.
What do you think?
Jameson.
You're just saying that because we're in Ireland.
Duh.
Okay.
Not about to get me in trouble. All right, football or hurling?
Ooh. Crowd's divided on that one.
I don't even know what hurling is. So you're
okay. You don't either?
No.
I didn't know what it was.
It's like lacrosse.
Okay.
Oh, we got some
Oh,
sticks
here,
over
get a stick. Pick one up.
Do I pick it up now?
Yeah, pick it up. Let's just see what it looks like here.
Imagine me walking around on the field.
That's terrifying. That is terrifying. that is terrifying.
I feel like I'm like Barney Rubble or like
serious question.
With this thing.
Are hurlers cam size? Are any of them cam size? No, they're not. Okay,
There's not a lot of people my size in Dublin. Let's be honest.
That's true. You stick out. You stick out here.
You know, I can't see there's a lot of D linemen walking around in Dublin.
Yeah,
Dublin, Ireland.
Stick out.
All right, I want to bring up another one. U2 or the Cranberries?
Wow, Cranberries.
House divided.
I thought that was for sure going U2.
This isn't a Bono bar?
Well, who do you think?
I probably know more U2 songs.
That one Cranberry song, though.
Yeah.
Me a hey.
Keep going.
Me a hey. Zombie. 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 That reminds me of those Now CDs. Remember Now?
Yeah, I
feel like
They
Now.
were terrible.
Yeah. No, stop.
They were
Move
not
on.
good CDs.
Move on. Go Cranberries, though. Thank you, everybody, for joining in.
Yes. He just likes to sing alongs. He likes musicals.
Well, once they started joining, I had to keep going. I mean, come on, let's go.
All right, I got a question though. Before we get going, is Willy Wonka a musical? No, everybody looks confused right now.
Cam's obsessed with musicals.
No. I asked the question, and nobody agreed with me that Willy Wonka is not a musical. I think it's a musical. It's a movie that's a musical.
Cam automatically thinks if you sing in the movie, it's a musical. It's not how that works.
A musical movie? What's the difference?
It's a musical, but not on Broadway.
I like that.
I don't like that because
You
he
are my
agrees with you.
favorite
I don't
right
like
now.
that because you agreed with him on that. That makes it
Thank
worse.
you.
Okay, no.
All right, back to the topics. All right. Irish coffee or Irish whiskey?
We're the home of the Irish coffee right now.
We are. But my guys, they prefer whiskey.
Where do you go?
Irish whiskey.
Dude, the Irish coffee's probably pretty good, though.
You haven't had an Irish whiskey in Ireland yet, though.
That's true. But still, can't go wrong either way.
All right. I just found this out. Halloween is originated in Ireland. So what do you guys like better, St. Patrick's Day or Halloween? Where do you drink more? Everywhere.
I agree. They don't need a reason. They do not need a reason to drink here.
All right. Temple Bar or Dublin Castle? Or J.R. Mahan's?
Oh, J.R. Mahan.
J.R. Mahan's. Let's get it right. Mahan's. Let me get that right. Mahan's, right? J.R. Mahan's.
I think you're butchering it.
Am I butchering it? Mahan's.
They're being nice.
J.R. Mahan's.
Why do you keep emphasizing it like that?
Because that's how you say it.
You're putting too much touch on it.
No, not at all.
You're putting too much.
All right, next one. Roy Keane or Rory McIlroy?
Keno.
That was easy. That was easy.
You guys even like golf? All right, last one. Traditional Irish breakfast or fish and chips? What? Is that like the black pudding too? I'm scared of that. I don't even know where to go with that.
I'm a little concerned about that too. The black pudding.
Right now, let's bring up our guest, the founder of Pro Football Ireland, Michael McQuaid. Give it up. You?
Can I just say on behalf of everybody here, everybody watching, especially from Ireland, welcome to Dublin. Thank you for coming here, and we really appreciate you taking your precious time in the off season to do this. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having us. Where else would we want to be right now? This is pretty cool.
A very welcoming group.
Yeah,
It's
the
been
hospitality is just shown from Jeremy Hans. I think is unbelievable. Mahans. I keep doing it. Mahans. But, let's jump right in. You ready? You ready, Michael?
Go for it.
We're going to grill you because I want to see if you're a real Pittsburgh fan or not, too.
Oh, jeez.
And we'll talk more about that later. But we got to talk about Ireland. What's the best sports moment in Irish history?
I wasn't born, but it has to be the 1990 World Cup. Has to be. I was born 9 months later.
You weren't born? God, doesn't that make you feel old?
I would say for me, it's probably whenever Shane Long scored against Germany for me, or when Ireland won the Grand Slam in 2009. It's up there as well. But I'd say later on this year, might be up there as well. So,
well, I'll jump right into it. This year, we got the Steelers coming to Ireland. How we feel about that? Yeah. Are Steeler fans ready for Ireland?
I think, like, Steelers fans, first off, but I genuinely feel, lads, and we sort of talked about it down there, this game has been a long, long time coming. If you think the first ever game in London took place in 2007, when it was the Dolphins and Giants, and we're 20 almost years on from that, and 30 years on from when the Steelers played a preseason game here. This is the year, but this is our year. And when I say our year, everybody here, all the fans across the island of Ireland, and I genuinely feel like it is going to set the standard internationally for a game. It's going to be electric.
It's funny because, like, before we were even talking about Ireland, I feel like a lot of people talked about the Steelers could go to Mexico or Ireland. I remember, like, crossing my fingers being like, I don't have too many seasons left in me. I want to make sure I go to Ireland. I want to make sure. Thank you. But, like, Mr. Rooney being the ambassador to Ireland, there's just a lot of history there, and it's going to be really cool to explore that as we get closer to the game. And I just feel the hospitality. You guys, the country of Ireland, it's really special.
I think first off, when you mentioned everybody here, day's notice, people are working and people are still here, and I think that really shows you how passionate people are, not just about the Steelers, for example, but about football also. You mentioned Mr. Rooney. The connection that the Steelers have with this island is unlike the connection that any other team, I believe, in the NFL has. Yes, being able to market worldwide is fantastic for each team, but when you've got that Irish ancestry, there's people here from the same town that the Rooneys are originally from. You just know that Mr. Rooney will be looking down smiling later on this year. It's going to be special.
Is Ireland ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers fans? Because they take over a city when they go to it. Every city they go to, they take over. Are you guys ready for this?
Absolutely. I think the one thing that sets Dublin apart from different cities that have games is it's so central. We could walk to Croke Park right now in 20 minutes, straight up. And I think that Friday, that Saturday, that weekend is going to be electric. You're going to see terrible tiles everywhere. But not just Steelers fans. You're going to see fans of every team here.
I better not see other fans. Well, I see Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Screw everybody else. It's Steeler time, baby.
It's gonna be electric, and I can only imagine. I don't want to get emotional. I can only imagine what it's going to be like when we hear the anthems and just see you guys take to the field and make a bit of history. You know.
What's the best seat in the house in Croke Park?
It's going to be controversial, so the crowd might go a bit mad here, but I think anywhere, honestly, because you can feel the atmosphere, and if you're up high for like a hurling match or a football match, you can see the whole city. A little bit like Akershire is as well. You can see up to the mountains and stuff, or to the hills. Sorry. The Hogan stand's pretty iconic, which is where they usually lift the trophies at the end of the season. But genuinely, from sort of being at different areas, different stands, there's no real bad seat. Or, I believe the hill, which is a small part, I think you'll see it on Sunday, it's going to be seated, and there's less people there. I feel like the atmosphere is going to be electric there as well. It'll be perfect. I think people will just be happy to be there and to see you guys be there as well. So, question
is, do all the Steeler fans know about Renegade?
Yeah.
Are we going to get Renegade in Croke Park?
Absolutely, 100%. My question is, what color are the tiles going to be? If there's like a special, terrible tile for.
Do you want green or do you want yellow? We got one guy who wants yellow. Everybody else wants green. Sorry, buddy.
It's hard to break the tradition, though. That yellow towel is so synonymous,
It
man.
is.
It's crazy.
It'll probably be like a mix. It'll probably be
Yeah.
like a few green tiles, yeah. But it'll be special because the great thing about it is you're not going to see that every week at Akershire because you've got different tiles for different places in the world, and the green ones stand out. So, man, bring it on! I can't wait.
So tomorrow we're going to rugby at Aviva Stadium. What's that like? Because that's where college football is, right?
Yeah, we've. I guess Dublin now is the unofficial home of college football in Ireland. You've got the College Football Classic of Aer Lingus there. Iowa State, Kansas State this year. Mr. Belichick's coming to town next year.
Yes.
You want to talk about Mr. Belichick?
No.
Interesting interview, though, recently. Did you see his most recent interview?
I may have. Seen it,
Okay,
yeah.
just check it.
I heard it was cut off.
Georgia Tech and FSU were here in August. McAfee was on this very stage.
Yeah.
That was the weekend. I think people might agree here. Like that was the weekend for me at hit home. Like this is a football city. People
Yeah.
come in, obviously overseas, but there's that hardcore domestic fan and people as well that are just getting to know the game, which is so important for later on this year. That stadium's great. And you're asking me about good seats, bad seats. You'll see it tomorrow in this semi-final for Leinster. There's no bad seat in the Aviva. People might disagree. Maybe like the little part, but like the Aviva's class and the atmosphere there. Because it's only around like 48,000 for American football, for example,
Yeah.
or around rugby as well, 51,000 maybe. Because you're so close in, the atmosphere is fantastic. So it'll be fantastic.
I'm about to start some trouble here. You ready?
Go for it.
Who are the Steelers playing in Ireland?
I don't know.
That smile makes me think he knows. I think he knows.
If I had like £1, €1, or $1 for every time that, you know what's even worse? I'm not trying to big this up, Brandon. I have unknown numbers ringing me looking for tickets, and I'm like, who is this? Like, have you any tickets?
Welcome to
I
my
don't.
life. That's what I do every week. Everybody's always asking for tickets.
Well, I mean, if you go through the teams, you got the AFC North, you got the Packers, you got the Bills, you got the Colts, you got the Vikings, and you got the Seahawks. It's sad that I can actually rhyme that off now, but it's one of those teams. I think whoever it is, it's like they could put a pee-wee football team on and it'll sell out. It's going to be fantastic.
Who do you guys want to play? Packers? Buffalo? I feel like you guys are all naming teams that aren't coming, so I hate to break your
What do
heart.
you know? Wait. What do you know?
It's going to be, let's see, the Browns.
No, it won't be a
The
domestic.
Ravens?
Can't move that game out of.
You want the Ravens game here? That'd be a smash mouth
I
game.
think they owe it to Ireland to give them a Ravens-Steelers game to let them see just what that is. I mean, that is a different type of game.
I
Wouldn't you
can see
agree?
a Vikings game here too. That'd be kind of cool too. Or who else do we play?
You play the NFC North, so Chicago. It's a home game, correct?
Yeah.
So it won't be Chicago. So it's Green Bay.
Green Bay. You've also got the Seahawks are in the mix as well. Different division, obviously, but they're in the
yeah.
mix. I think like any of those teams, like you think of the Seahawks, Cooper Kupp's come in.
I'm just thinking about the quarterback because I get the sack. I'm thinking about who's the slowest and who I can get on the ground the fastest.
Well, there's different guys there. You mentioned the Vikings a second ago. I feel bad for JJ McCarthy already, potentially, going up against you there.
He's a Michigan quarterback?
And he was out last year, wasn't he, with an injury? So let's see.
You want that
We're
one,
like, what,
man.
2 weeks? We're like 2 weeks away from knowing, so it's going to be exciting.
You want to break the news and just tell us now?
I won't be at the
He's
game.
sweating
before
up
you-
here.
I can't.
Or we could just ask our guy Ben over there too.
Oh, he's giving us the finger wag though.
Ask Ben on
I
the way
think
out.
Ben knows. Somebody up here knows, and it's not me.
Ben, I heard you have extra tickets too, so we're gonna go right to him. He's got all the tickets. And he's got free beer, so whatever you guys need. We talked about Aviva and going to the rugby match tomorrow. What's the difference between rugby and American football?
Well, the cool thing now is it's almost like a different version of it in the sense that there's not as much stoppages. Like obviously now, if you're trying to convert people into American football here, the first thing they'll say is, "Oh, Jesus, it's too slow, hey.
I hear that a
Too
lot.
slow, but I can't watch that." My dad would say that. I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours long. But you sort of get used to it. Whereas rugby is a lot quicker in that sense. But the biggest thing is imagine a quarterback stepping back and throwing the ball behind him.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
So you have to pass the ball back. But the funny thing is you've got a couple of guys now that have made the move from, or trying to make the move from rugby to the NFL.
Yeah.
Biggest one is probably Lewis Rees-Zammit, the Welsh guy who went to the Chiefs originally and is now He's got an exemption spot with the Jaguars. The biggest relation there is speed. Like that guy is so fast. And there's a guy from Ulster as well. If anybody from Ulster's here, woo, me too. Aaron Sexton, who went to the IPP this year, transitioned from playing rugby to try to be a wide receiver / specialist. I'm saying his name because he also had he has a bit of a background in athletics back in the day. He had a similar 40-yard dash time to a guy called DK Metcalf.
Wow, a teammate, a new teammate.
But that's one thing saying that, the transition. You're going up against guys that have played this their whole lives since they were kids. So it's a big jump. And when we eventually see maybe the non-kicking specialists, get to that point, that's when we've really made progress. But those guys are doing fantastic. And, rugby is the one sport where our island, both North and South, plays together. Everyone follows our team, our country, and it's special when they play. And it's very, very... it's very fun to be at a game in the Aviva when it happens. And you'll have great crack tomorrow, boys, as well, for Leinster.
Are American players soft for wearing pads?
If you went, seriously, get a camera tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And just walk around and ask people that go into the... I would say if you're not an NFL or college football fan and you maybe don't like American sports, that's the first thing they'll say. Oh, you're too soft, you're wearing pads. Okay, no worries. Sit down here at the 50-yard line and look at the offense and defense. The guy's like running, about to there's no money in the world you could give me to go up against you. Like you would kill me, right?
Sure, we can give you some money and see if you really want to do that.
Go out the back of the Liffey there and try it in a few minutes. But like, and I think for me as well, whenever I went to the games for the first time, it's the pure physicality. Both sports are different, but I think we're obviously now entering a phase where a lot more people are watching the NFL college football over here, which is great. And I think people are going past that. But certainly there's definitely a cohort there to think they're soft, as they say. They're soft. But
so you're saying, yes, American players are soft?
No, they're not soft. Please
what
don't
do you guys think? Are American players soft for wearing pads?
Absolutely not.
Well, what's a more physical game?
See, they're both... Because they're differently physical.
Yeah.
Like a scrum, it's like an O-line and a D-line going
it's
up
like
against
the
each other.
push every play, right?
Exactly. So you've got guys that are literally in a position because of their weight. I think it's like 900 kilos either side, so it's nuts. It's physical in different ways. But then I guess as well, you're on the field, you're off the field, you get a bit of time to breathe. Obviously, when it's that Cleveland game where it was snowing on Thursday night was nuts this year. Then, Travis Hunter's not going to leave the field this year anyway, apparently going by him. So there's different freaks like that there. But I think the physicality is one thing, but there are similarities, like the kicking element of it. The one thing that's really different, and you'll see it tomorrow, is the respect when the kicker's kicking. So everyone goes like, shh, quiet. Can you imagine a Super Bowl 37,
Chris
34?
Boswell's going to love that.
Well, it won't happen in later this year, in Croke Park. Nearly gave the deal away there by accident, but it doesn't happen there. But usually in rugby, people are very, very respectful. They respect the kicker. It literally says on the screen, respect the kicker. So you'll be interested. But
you guys are nice.
Yeah, so that is weird. Respect
I don't
the kicker.
respect any kickers, including my own kicker.
That's not true. You love Yusuf Baz. Don't do that.
I
Don't do that.
I do. I block for him, so I got to respect them. Would an NFL player survive a rugby game? A rugby match?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like if you look at guys, like there's a guy called, we all know who he is, JJ Watt, who's been to numerous games for Ireland rugby over the last 3 to 4 years, especially since he's retired because...
Well, JJ's a freak, too. Let's not forget that. I don't think everybody looks like JJ Watt.
I can see you playing rugby.
That was my next question. How do you think he would translate to rugby?
But if you look at props and different guys that are built in terms of strength, it's almost like sometimes when a big guy that shouldn't be given the ball and scores a touchdown as a one-off, it's a bit like that there. These guys are like powered for that moment and they can just charge it, guys. I think there's obviously a big transition, and in the same way if you went to any different sport, whether it was soccer, tennis or something else, over time you develop it. If you've got the strength and the core features there, you could definitely do it.
So you'd say strength is probably the number one thing that transitions?
And then people would argue probably in the crowd, speed is one as well, because you obviously need to get the ball down the field to score a try, and you need guys that are fast, that can run straight line and also dink as well. So there's definitely different guys in different positions that could do it. Big defensive units is what you need, and then a good mix of all.
You like that.
I like that.
You like the sound of that.
Get the units. Why isn't there a Madden for rugby?
Somebody can correct me here if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's very much like the college football game where it went down for a few years and it's come back. I believe there was a game a few years ago and it's starting to come back a bit now. It may have popped up on TikTok a couple of months ago for me, but it's not like, Madden or I'm not going to call it FC, FIFA, soccer. It's not like that every year. But if I find one, I will send it your way.
Okay, I'm with that. What's the difference and similarities with Gaelic football?
Gaelic football is imagine rugby and the tackle and power in American football and basketball mixed together, and it's like a soccer ball sized. And you're bouncing the ball, you solo it with your foot. And honestly, imagine, obviously there's rules, but the referee is very flexible, shall we say. You can hit boys, you can wreck boys, as we say, and you can just play on.
You can hit the ref?
You can't hit the ref. Somebody tried it once in a game and it went a bit viral, but we'll put that up here as well. But no, it's quite physical. And hurling's the same. Hurling's very physical. I couldn't play hurling.
So what do you do with this thing?
So you take a little sliver, a little ball down there. So you've got a ball down there. If you want to try it. Everyone give this man a cheer for trying it. Okay, so what you're going to try and do, if you hold the stick out straight, like literally straight, and then try and put the ball at the very, very bottom of it, and then start doing like a little keepy uppy, So watch your drink, but yeah. Oh. So try and bounce it if you can.
Bounce it?
Yeah, try and
Oh,
Jesus.
What? Jesus.
I sort of saved it. Try and take the stick and go
like that?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. There we go. Cheers.
Let's try that one more time.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna keep it there. We're not gonna go crazy with it. You want to try since you were laughing so hard?
I want to go back to you wanting to punch a ref. You want to hit the ref.
If it's legal,
That was wild.
Well, it's hard to explain. It depends. You've got some very rough counties. Where I'm from, people don't like us because we're very rough, and for different reasons as well. But you're going to Croke Park on Sunday, so bring the hurling stick and start hitting some points. If you hit it
I'm
over
going to bring
bar,
the hurling stick to the
rugby
Steelers game. And see if I can go on the field with it.
Find a way to incorporate it.
All right, so hurling, it's with the stick in this ball. Is there anything else that transfers from American football to hurling where I can get involved?
Well, I think it would only be right for me very quickly to say that we have our own domestic league here, and it's both across the island and in terms of American football, there's some big games coming up this weekend as well. So I'll try and show you it, decently standard as well. For me, the thing that stands out about Gaelic football is this.
Yeah.
You play a game on Sunday, right? On Monday, what do you do? Train? Sleep, train.
Recover.
These guys, these girls playing Gaelic sports.
Yeah.
They're amateur sports. So they basically work as teachers, as different jobs during the week. They train in the evening. They're not getting paid bar fuel expenses, and they're doing it for the sheer passion of it. And we've got 32 counties on this island, and every county has its own team. And that's a bit like 32 clubs in the NFL. That's our community. That's our precious thing that we have. And the amateur side of it is very, very special. So you could have somebody playing to 82,000 people on a Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock the next morning, they're teaching a group of 12-year-olds.
Oh, wow.
It's really, really special. So it's something that's quite unique in terms of even Europe, in terms of sports. So it's very cool. It's for me, it's the athleticism. I've seen a big jump in the way that players are starting to train now. It's almost professional without it being professional. And I think the quickness of it is very good as well, but having the sheer agility to actually play it would probably transfer there as well. And being pretty rough.
All right, last thing. We have this pit bull right here. He's a Steeler fan. I'm going to let him grill you a little bit and put you under the microscope.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Well, Howard?
Steelers draft grade.
B.
What's
B?
the record this year?
I think winning record. I think winning record by a few games. You sort of said it at the
Don't
start.
just say win a record. That scares me.
I keep getting mixed up because I've added an extra game on now. I wanted to say
So 17 games.
12-5.
I'll take that.
Let's put the dub in Dublin First
There you
off,
go.
yeah.
I like the dub in Dublin.
All right, who's the quarterback week 1?
Only because I had the chance to meet his parents, and they're lovely people at the
Aaron
combine.
Rodgers, you met his parents.
No.
I can't believe you're now leading into the Aaron
Will
Rodgers
Howard.
thing.
I'm
Will
just having
Howard.
Will
fun.
Howard, really?
Why not? Why not? Like right now, Will Howard.
All right, my last one for you is, if you're a Steeler fan coming to Dublin in September, what do they need to do in this city to really have a great time?
I think the biggest thing for any fan, and maybe you two will agree because you've just done it, flying over the Atlantic, get here early in the week. Get here Tuesday, Wednesday. Take a day off from doing maybe official stuff. Go around a few bars. Go to the quiet bars outside of Temple Bar. Of course, go to Temple Bar, but
Go to Temple Bar. We'll
Go and get a pint and talk to the locals and enjoy it. It's unlike, in my opinion, any other city in Europe in terms of that. You can walk around and then get involved. There's obviously going to be so many events happening that week, and it's going to be special. Make the most of it because, and I'll end on this. If you think back to Brady's last international game in Munich, how special that game was. There's nothing like the first time when it comes to a city. I think it's going to be special, and people need to understand that and appreciate it for what it is because it hasn't happened before. And if you get a chance, go to a Gaelic match, go to a hurling match, get a few pints, and try and find Cam Hayward somewhere and
Trying to find the G.
split the
No,
G.
split the G, not find the G. What is wrong with you?
We will do that after.
What?
Definitely do that after. 100%.
Is there anything else we're missing on the tour guide? On the tour parts? What is it? What does a fan have to do when they come to Ireland?
Get a ticket, probably. Probably the one thing. Walk around Dublin. If you get a chance, go out west to Galway, go down to Cork, go up to Belfast. If you like
Yeah.
Game of Thrones or the
Yes,
Titanic
did
and
that.
stuff up there, Cork and Galway are pretty cool. It happens in the college game. A lot of the Americans flying over go over the week before and enjoy themselves. I know it's more difficult because you've probably got a game the week before.
You're saying the college teams enjoy themselves?
No, the fans. I imagine that. I would say come over the Sunday before,
Yeah.
watch the Steelers game in a bar somewhere, and enjoy the week. Make the most of the moment.
Well, you got to go to the game. You got.
Well, if you're not going to the game, say it's I don't know, but say it's an away game the week before,
Okay.
just do that. That's fun.
I like that. I like that.
Well, thank you for coming on with us, Michael. I appreciate
very
it.
Give a round of applause.
Yeah,
for
give a round of applause for Michael,
Thank you, guys.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate you, Michael. All right, now we're gonna do a segment where we usually do Ask Cam Anything. We'll get to that. But now we're gonna do let Hayden and Cam try anything.
Okay. What are we trying? Do you know yet?
We're trying Irish food. I don't know what.
Okay.
Y'all got some interesting food,
They're-
so I'm kind of scared.
It's
but,
coming out right now. What is this?
What's the first one? Oh man.
What is that?
That is seafood chowder.
Seafood chowder.
Okay.
All right. That's good, man. It's like a hash brown
I don't know what that
with
is.
meat.
I don't know.
You don't like it?
It's all right.
You can boo him if you want.
How many Heyward heads did you give this?
3.5. 3.5.
3.2. It's not bad. What is it?
What is it? Pig's blood.
Yeah, I wanted more of that. I didn't know that was
You're
wild.
trying to hide it
What?
with barley
Pig's
and wheat.
blood?
Pig's blood.
The hell? All right. 3.2 pig's blood.
How do you get pig's blood and pudding mixed up? That just doesn't mix.
That? All right, you change your rating after you find out what it was?
Yeah, I'm taking it down now. That was a setup. I can tell all you guys looking at me. You're like, oh, you're really gonna love this one.
So they said pig's blood, and I was like, what does that mean?
He's laughing. Look, Ben's over there laughing.
Wow. All right.
All right, now for this next one, what do we do?
Wait,
Do we
is this-
put it on the bread or what?
Is this really seafood chowder, or am I gonna be eating something different now?
Shark blood.
All right, not bad.
Oh, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, seafood chowder. Like the bread on top. It's like a good clam chowder.
It's French onion clam chowder.
French onion clam.
Yeah, you know how French onions like that?
What are we missing from
Oh,
this
that's
one? What's
good.
in this?
That's good. That's
Smoked
good.
fish,
That's good.
whitefish, mussels.
That is delicious. Pig's
White
blood.
wine.
Oh, no pig's blood in this one? Okay, I've got it.
That's a 4.2. I love
Wow,
this.
that's good. That's good. Real good.
Guinness stew. Some potatoes in it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good.
I love it.
That's good.
That's
That's good.
good.
That is good.
I can taste the Guinness.
Oh, man. I feel like Guy Fieri right now.
I'm sorry, guys. We didn't order enough for you.
That is delicious. Very good. Very, very good.
Woo.
Break off a piece of that. Oh, look at that.
Fish and chips is the best. The stew? What is that? Oh, that's good.
Outside of the pig's blood,
Ha!
I'm
Yeah.
good. Everything else, and that stuff was good, but everything else has been amazing.
I'm going to give the stew 4.8.
What about the fish?
Fish, 4.
All right, so your favorite was the stew,
The stew is probably
then the
my
chowder, then the fish, then blood pudding.
favorite. Yeah. Is it blood pudding or black pudding?
Feels like blood pudding. They said
I'm
pig's
still,
blood.
I'm still mad nobody told me before.
The second they screamed pig's
I was
blood
not
first,
ready
they
for
knew
that.
what they were doing with that. They knew what they were doing with that one. That was delicious, though. I think my favorite was the stew too. But man, that seafood chowder, man, that was absolutely delicious.
All right, now we got one more segment. It's called Ask Him Anything. It's a question. It's a bunch of questions. You guys can participate as well. Hayden's gonna ask me. I have to answer. It can range from anything.
All right, this is from Steve. Who would you like to play against in Dublin?
Team we're gonna beat. So anybody.
Thanks for not answering. Just say a team.
What's gonna create the most controversy?
I feel like a division opponent would, but
Give me a Browns game over here, or
Okay.
a Ravens game. That'd
Okay.
be fun.
I still think Ravens. You want to show the people of Dublin what that rivalry is, man.
Yeah.
What would be your post-game celebration in Ireland, and would it be different from your U.S. one?
Well, my U.S. one, I don't really do anything. But I think I keep hearing about Roy Keane. I was thinking, what if I did like the, I put back a pint and then I do a cartwheel, then a somersault. Wouldn't that be perfect?
You tumbling would be quite the scene.
Why not?
You're just a very large man. Tumbling would be very interesting. Very interesting. Now, you're not going to split the G after a win?
Oh, split the G before and then after.
Oh, okay. Before the game?
Not before the game.
Okay.
Just act like I'm splitting.
Well, that's the next question. Will you be splitting the G?
Yes, I'll be splitting the G.
Have you been splitting the G since you've been here?
I've been splitting the G all over Ireland.
Serious question. Did you know what that was before we got here?
No, I didn't.
I had no
I thought it
clue.
was a term I wasn't
No
supposed to say.
idea. No idea. We've just every time we get a Guinness now, we split the G. I don't even know what it means.
I felt uncomfortable the first time a man asked me to split the G.
Me too, actually. It's weird. All right, best thing a rookie can do for his new teammates.
Oh man, I can say something funny like make sure you buy you dinner, but I think the best thing a rookie can do is just listen. Come in open, come in ready to work. When I first got here, I was on a team where they had, superstars who already won Super Bowls. And the main thing you want a rookie to do is just to listen. I understand you've been somewhere different, but if you have vets in place, just learn from them and, apply it to your game.
You just reminded me of this. I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the show. What was your rookie dinner like? How much was it? What was the price tag?
Oh, it was expensive.
He just looked over at his wife, by the way, to make sure she knows that's okay. It was like 12 years ago. Relax,
I
all
had to pull
right?
out the checkbook for that one. And I had to call ahead to make sure I was okay. But my D-line coach, he flew in like lobsters and steaks. I enjoyed it at the time. I didn't enjoy it at the time, but I got drunk enough so I didn't remember it. So.
How nervous were you when you got that bill, though? Did you know?
I was sweating.
All
I'm
right.
scared of them.
Rather than your dad, who did you model your craft after?
Oh, well, if you go old school, I always look at like Mean Joe, Reggie White, and then just watching like the Steeler greats, watching Casey Hampton, watching Aaron Smith, Brett Kiesel. Brett Kiesel was just here. Having a chance to meet those guys and, watch their film is really where I model my game after.
What is your all-time favorite NFL game you've played in?
Favorite game, but also saddest game. It was the game where Franco Harris had just passed away. And we did a podcast with him a day before he passed away. Not doing this to pump the pod, but his family had actually asked me to run out of the tunnel last and hold the flag with 32 on it. It was already going to be a commemoration game because it was like the Immaculate Reception that happened. But like just the storyline of being able to play for Franco. I think I had like 2 sacks that game, bunch of tackles. And I just felt like I was on fire that game. It was one of those games where it was below zero, weren't a lot of fans there, but it meant the world to just go out there and play.
What are your thoughts on playing in Ireland this year?
I can't wait. It's going to be special. This is going to be awesome. I'm glad we get to come out here early because once the season rolls around, I'm in game mode. I'm not going to be thinking about partying or having some fun. It's a business trip once we come back.
You can tell it's going to be electric when you guys are here. Whenever that is, I don't know if the date's been announced yet. I have no idea, but it's going to be electric. It's going to be fun.
Bring the fans. We're going to have some fun.
All right, last one. If you could have your dream, not football, what would it be?
My dream?
Yeah, what's your dream scenario? This is from Mo Beagle, by the way. So,
first of all, my dream is to win a Super Bowl. So
that's football related.
That's all I dream about. No, I'm kidding. My dream that this podcast just blows up and we get to have a lot of fun.
Let's do it. I love where your mind's at.
A lot of Ireland fans.
Yes.
And, everybody subscribes and likes to the pod, so make my dream happen.
I love that. Way to pub the pod too. That's very smart of you. That's why you are who you are. You're very smart. I love it. That's what I love about you.
All right. Well, that's been our segment for Ask Him Anything. Thank you for not saying anything crazy. I thought you guys had another black pudding in the bag that I was going to have to deal with that I wasn't ready for. But again, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Bar J. Mahan. This has been amazing to be out here. And we're going to keep exploring. We're not done yet. Make sure you like and subscribe to the pod. Drop a follow or a rating wherever you stream your podcast. And thanks so much for listening. See you next time, next Tuesday.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.